Hi guys, what's up? Mike Fragrances here, and today's video is going to be about my favorite designer fragrances from all time for 2022. Let's go! Number one for me is Bleu de Chanel. Bleu de Chanel is, the status quo, is the gold standard of fragrances for men. And to me, you have many variations. You have the parfum, you have the eau de parfum, and you have the eau de toilette. In my opinion, for my environment, which is more a climate and tropical weather, I recommend the eau de toilette. Always is the best price value proposition. And is the Rolls Royce of fragrances, is a classic, is the gold standard. Very sexy. The top notes are citric notes, grapefruit, lemon, and it's a very top quality, and you get the name of Chanel. So yeah, definitely if you can get it on discount, I recommend when you have some fragrances store sales during the year, like for example right now in summer season, that's the time when you buy Chanel. You get a nice 20% and you can go for the EDT or the eau de parfum, two of my favorites. So yeah, there we go. That's number one. The other one is Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb. And like the name says of this fragrance, is really a bomb. It has the grenade shape of a hand grenade. The bottle is very nice. And it works perfectly in the cold weather or colder nights. I highly recommend it. It has, a sweet lavender, which is very relaxing, but it has also the strong and the power of the black pepper. So, you get both sides, and it's definitely very long lasting. It lasts in my skin for 6 hours or more. And, I'm planning to buy my Viktor and Rolf pretty much this month. So yeah, it's very nice fragrance, very sexy, and you get all the strong points with Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb. Also with the Spice Bomb, you get some tobacco, which is very important for this fragrance, and it gives you, a manly scent of the tobacco, which is pretty strong, but at the same time it's a little bit sweet. So you get both sides of the fragrance. So yeah, I highly recommend Spice Bomb. Another favorite designer fragrance for me is Acqua di Gio Profumo, which was made in 2015 by Alberto Morillas. Great fragrance, top class. It has incense, which is a very expensive ingredient, and definitely in the office, if you are a CEO, if you are a manager, you should get it. Definitely, it's a great fragrance, one of my favorites from the Acqua di Gio line. And between Acqua di Gio Profondo and Profumo, you need to get both. But in this case, my favorite wins is Profumo. Another one, and a good one, is Dior Homme Intense. Very, very nice fragrance. And, it has iris, which is the most expensive ingredient in fragrances. So definitely you should get this one. And it smells like lipstick. So it's very sexy. You can get in trouble though with your wife or girlfriend, because she might say, hey, where you been, But it's a good fragrance. It has iris and also a very earthy vibe. So definitely very long lasting, and I highly recommend this fragrance, Dior Homme Intense. My other option, yes, is one of my favorites, one of my first fragrances that I, had in my fragrance journey, and is Armani Code, the original one. And, it was designed by Armani himself, and he wanted to make a very sexy fragrance, very classy. And they tested the fragrance with many women, and they definitely love this one. The main ingredients are olive blossom, which is, very amazing. And you get also star anise, licorice, which is very amazing. And you also get citrus vibes and leather. So, you get many sweet and very, not so sweet ingredients. So it's definitely a keeper for me. It's a banger, especially in nights. You have to really overspray since, it has been reformulated sadly. I remember my first version was, stronger than this, but, I oversprayed twice, mid half day, and then if I'm going out at night, and, you can rock this one. So it's a good one. Another favorite fragrance designer for me is by Alberto Morillas. Very, very sexy fragrance. It lasts on my skin around 8 hours. I guess it's my chemistry. I heard many people says that, it doesn't last long, but honestly, I sprayed this on my jacket the other day on my suit, and, I used my suit today and I was, smelling again, I was smelling Versace Pour Homme. So it keeps the fragrance a lot, especially in clothes. And, you can rock it on colder weather as well. But definitely it's more for daytime activities. If you have a wedding, if you have, or you are maybe getting married, which I will recommend more Acqua di Gio Essenza. But, very nice. One of my favorites for sure. Another special fragrance for me is Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de l'Homme EDT. And yeah, it was launched in 2009. That was the original version. It was very long lasting, and it sadly has been reformulated, but it don't matter because, you can overspray a lot this fragrance. You get the sexy cardamom, which is an aphrodisiac. You get the lavender, which is very relaxing. And, is a very good fragrance. Definitely, I would recommend it if you are wearing it on a really warm night, dinner date, movie date, or, a special close contact activity with your first dates or girlfriend or wife, I think it's a very sexy fragrance and my wife loves it. So yeah, definitely La Nuit de l'Homme, Yves Saint Laurent, yeah, still very popular in 2022. The next one is Dolce & Gabbana Intenso and Eau de Parfum. And it's a very sexy fragrance. I bought this version in 2014 and I was very lucky because it's the original one. It has not been reformulated. I'm gonna be doing a review pretty soon about this one. And it's, an amazing fragrance, very popular, and oh man, yeah. And this is a fragrance that you have to own it. You have to be, it's a fragrance that owns you. It's very unique and is, you are gonna make a long lasting impression with this one. But you need to know, you have to be a man that know how to handle yourself. You know what I mean? You know what you want, when you want it. Definitely, this is your new banger. And yeah, I love all the Dolce & Gabbana line and collection. It's a little bit close to his, grandpa, which is the Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme, the original one. But this one has tobacco and, it's very strong. And also it's a very fresh and clean fragrance, So if you have La Prada L'Homme and you want something fresh and clean as well for the office, work environment, you got this one. So yeah, Dolce & Gabbana Intenso for sure. Dior Sauvage Elixir. This thing projects like crazy, like a madman. You only need 3 sprays, honestly. I tried 5 and, it lasts very long time. I will say 8 to 12 hours. I already have a paper test in my car and it already smells, and it's been 2 weeks since I sprayed on it. So very good fragrance, Dior Sauvage Elixir. I think is worth the price. And if L'Eau de Chanel was the Rolls Royce, this one is the Bugatti. The next fragrance that I love is also from Dior, is Dior Fahrenheit Eau de Toilette. I prefer this version than the Eau de Parfum because it's, more fresh and it smells like gasoline, So if you are wearing a nice leather jacket or you have a motorcycle, you need this fragrance, man. I mean, smells like gasoline. It has violet in it. It has cedarwood, and with all the mixture, it gives you the feeling like a synthetic smell of gasoline. So yeah, Dior Fahrenheit, great fragrance. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching my video about my favorite best designer fragrances for 2022. And yeah, stay tuned for more reviews coming up soon. Have a good week, guys.